that's already been proven by Israeli forces that's exactly where they're being held. And if there are women and children dying, I'm not for that. Like, I hope you know that I'm not sitting here saying all Palestinians should die, or children, women and children that are Palestinian should, because there are many Israeli
Oh
people
my
that
God.
live outside of Israel that are also getting terrorized. Andrew Tate was also one of my coaches when I was first trying to get out of situations that I was in. He helped me with actually a lot of stuff, and I actually talked to him personally on a lot of things. And a lot of his stuff had been taken out, like the whole prison and stuff. Like.
Court is in session.
All right, chat.
If you do not know what we're here for, we are here for the discussion of Mr. Ezra, aka Azax, for his tweets and his beliefs on the charges of being an accused PDF file, being a Zion Williamsonist, being a Trump supporter, and having allegedly cheese pizza of possession. All right, so we're gonna have our prosecutor come out first. Emoji.
No. Big James Bartholomew II. I'm representing the Camp Cod District Attorney Office, bringing forward the following charges: 5 counts of aiding pedophilia, 3 counts of grand misogyny, and 2 counts of racism. So, we are requesting a blacklist from Daya's Discord, and we're also requesting life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, and our final request is that when he is convicted, he is placed in a cell with the 2 biggest brolic men in the penitentiary. Thank you.
All right.
You're on.
That is taken into play. Now, I'm going to ask for the defendant lawyer to come out and state yourself.
I'm the defendant's lawyer. It's me, Des. We already know, bro. I got that drip on too. Let's keep it real right now. Right now, I am defending the one and only defender, Ezra or Azax. Okay. You already know what it is. And we will be beating this case. I've never, I've never lost that case. So, are we all ready to proceed?
All right, everybody, rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag, to the United States of America, and to the republic for which I stand, all nations,
Under
above
God,
Under God,
indivisible,
indivisible, for liberty,
liberty and
and
justice for
for
all.
all.
All right,
200.
everybody, now sit. We will now begin this case. Starting with the prosecutor. Release your evidence.
Like, display fucking evidence, fucking dipshit. What you do?
Oh, you me?
The
Oh
the
wait.
judge is requesting the evidence.
Oh, I request that you. Okay, my fault. It's misunderstanding.
Nigga, the judge is supposed to, nigga, you should have the evidence, you fucking
My
dipshit of
fault.
a judge.
Fault.
I mean,
Hey, calm down, everybody. Let's be fair.
Glorious,
Let's be civil.
unprofessional.
All right.
exactly.
Is everyone in?
Yeah.
Yep.
We are here.
All right. As you can see, it's presented as Azax GG's, formerly known as PMG High Sky, defending and downplaying a member of his organization, his very own organization, PMG Nazi, being in possession of CP. Let's start. Here he is, claiming it's just a part of his past. Let's leave it behind. Let's forget about it. He committed a crime. Forget about it. It's just a little CP. Who cares? Second screenshot. Again, him trying to throw it underneath the rug. What's the point of bringing it back up? Like it's no big deal. Here he is again. Here he is. He's being confronted about member of his organization being in possession of that, and he's saying they will stay instead of releasing them from the roster. Again, take a good gander. It's right here in front of your eyes. And then this is his org member admitting to what he did. Again, this is a message he put out on Twitter, which basically means he likes giving child diddlers a second chance. Can you believe it?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Jury, you cannot talk yet
You the
until
My fault.
I give you
bitch.
permission. No, it's alright. It's alright.
It's him again defending the situation, claiming you can't be 14 and a predator. Now next, more evidence. It may be a bit minor compared to the previous evidence, but here there is a pattern. There's a pattern, as you can see. Again, throwing sexual assaults and the likes under the rug.
You got those in.
And him, his political views that was mentioned earlier. He is a conservative, and he believes all Mexicans should be deported. Hey, I didn't say it. He did. Not me.
I guess I said all Mexicans should be.
Shut up.
You
Judge,
cannot
Judge,
speak. You
Your
cannot
Honor.
speak. Exactly. You cannot speak. I'm sorry. You can't. You cannot speak. You have a lawyer for a reason.
Yeah, bro.
No.
I'm just dying laughing over here.
On one side.
And on to the racism. Man, oh man. Just makes my blood boil, to be honest with you. All of this just
That was
piled.
speculation on that one part about the Mexicans. He didn't say all Mexicans now.
Your Honor, did you
Only
give
the
did you
illegal
give him
ones.
permission to
Objection.
speak?
Speculation. I request speculation.
All right. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Favors. And here it is. Unearthing that's linked, defending the convicted rapist Andrew Tate. This is what I'm ending off on.
All right. That is the prosecutor's. That's his little offense to the situation. Now the defender. Are you ready to feel me? Do what you gotta do. Cause you've been talking over the prosecutor. And I've been letting you slide. Can we please not have that, guys? Please. So do you have your evidence ready, rebuttals, everything like that? You ready, Des, Mr. Des?
I am ready. So first, we are going to target the first piece of your claim about the Trump claims and everything like that. Would my offender please like to unmute and speak up for himself?
Objection.
Overstand. Let him speak. Let him speak.
Yo, can the prosecutor Mojix please pull up the so-called evidence, please, so I can go through each piece, since I do not have access to so-called evidence.
Respectfully, I'm not doing that. If Your Honor, if you want to do that, me personally, I'm not doing it.
All right. before I let you do this, can you please want to speak on what you want to rephrase or
That's what I'm saying. I want to be able to see the evidence so I can see exactly what's being taken.
I could
So
I
can
could
explain each. Because
I
that
could
way I can
tell you
explain each screenshot.
I can
That's
tell
been
you
taken
what
out
he
of
said.
context.
I can tell you all the screenshots, but if you would like me to screen share, I would. So I got you.
Yeah, just screen share that.
I
Just
get
screen share that.
I give you the benefit of the doubt, Hey, we gotta go to screen one. Alright, here is all the evidence. So we have
Let's see.
you, Mr. Azax GG's, of your former self from you rebranding from the situation. Alright, so we have this screenshot here.
Would you like me to go over this entire
Do you
interaction?
Alright, so explain. I'm giving you the
Okay, so this first section that I'm being accused of, right? When this happened, this was a 14-year-old named Noxie. What happened was he posted a 12-year-old's private parts online. That 12-year-old was his best friend, who used to post it in Discords all the time to be funny, because it was zero build and they're all idiots. So he used to post it in Discord, so Noxie thought it'd be funny to take the screenshot and post it on Twitter. Not being a predator, trying to be funny, which he realized if you go through his posts, you can literally see him saying, I was trying to be funny, and I realized it wasn't funny, that's why I deleted it in 4 minutes. It's exactly what he said. Okay? I was defending the fact that you couldn't call a 14-year-old because they wanted to charge him and press charges when the 12-year-old that was involved was actually still his friend, and they still were friends to until that time. Okay, I was defending the fact that what he did wasn't trying to be a predator. He was trying to basically be funny, so you couldn't mark him as a predator. That's what I was defending. I never once defended his actual thing that he did. I was literally all I ever said about him was that you couldn't call him a predator or a pedophile. So
Alright.
then those circumstances got switched onto me. Somehow my name got swapped with his, and the entire people behind it accusing him and me, the Oneida kid, the Ghost kid, whatever, right? All of those kids have all been caught with some sort of pedophilia. All of their best friends. One of them was a 28-year-old ex-military man who was selling children's info so they could get grapes, which he admitted to, and I have proof. So that was where they came from. So those exact people that were accusing me and Noxie of all of these terrible things, I gained enough proof on all of them to basically prove my innocence, which I've done over and over again multiple times online and to organizations and whatnot that they've tried to take me out of. So there you go.
All right, so that is one of the things that you've spoken on, and I just want to ask you one question. It is a yes or no.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you stated here that you weren't you're defending him because it was a joke, correct?
No. I was defending the fact that you couldn't call him a predator. Obviously, what he did was wrong. I never
okay,
saw the post, and I never
okay,
saw what happened.
okay, not cut me
All
off.
of
I
this
let you
happened.
speak for all that
Yeah.
time. So let
Yeah.
me ask you
Yep.
this now. Since you're defending on that account, you still believe that he's not a predator or a pedophile because it was a joking matter? Yes or no?
No, like I said, it wasn't a funny thing that he did. What he did was wrong.
Oh no.
But he meant
That's
it.
why I did no, but that's not why I didn't ask.
He,
No, like okay, let
he
me ask
meant
you
it as
again.
a
Let me
joke.
no, you can't cut me off. Look, this is why I'm asking you. I asked, did you say that just because he did it as a joke, you can't call him a predator? That's what you said. That's what you said. That's literally what you said. And you can't keep saying no, this, that. I'm defending, bro. That's literally what you said. So why are you going back on your word? So now we're gonna let
No, I'm
your
saying
lawyer
you can't
talk.
call him a
No.
predator.
Okay, but how is that? How is that? Oh, I'm about to get money off of this. Da 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 da. I was getting money. I'm not a predator. That's literally what you're saying, bro. Come on, gang. All right, now
What?
let's let your lawyer talk, cause he already went over that part. Mr. Dez,
Um,
you can speak.
so I feel like do we have the situation halfly explained? Do we want to move on to the other claims?
I want to move on to other claims. Yes, I got what I
Okay.
needed.
Wait, can I say something first,
Yeah.
Your Honor?
You may.
Okay.
Yes.
So if he's admitting that it was wrong, even if it was a joke, why was he kept on the organization? That's a question for the defendant.
Why was he kept on the organization? Like I said, I had no clue about this matter beforehand, and what happened was where it came from was a year before he was even on the organization. So I had no clue about it, and so until he was being successful on my team, placing top 5 all the way to first in tournaments, and I was reposting his stuff, and he joined my team and was on a paid contract, then I had found out about it because people were threatening me through DMs about it. So that's where it came from. Why I kept him on the team was because it was a past situation. And like I said, it's not something like he is a pedophile trying to actively pursue children and harm children. He was trying to make a funny statement out of it, which he knew was wrong, and he deleted it very quickly. I never saw the post. I never was friends with him at that time. And I found out about it because people saw that he was being successful in his career. So I wanted to give him a second chance because I could see that he wasn't trying to be a predator or trying to hurt people. He saw something, thought I was going to make a funny prank out of his friend, and then he was like, this is the wrong thing to do. He deleted it. And so in my eyes, I judged him based on what I saw and when I was talking to him, and I decided there's no way that he's an actual threat to society and to children or to anybody. He made a dumb mistake, which many people have in their life. So I wanted to give him a second chance. And then when people took that out of proportion and started threatening my family, leaking my address, getting my house raided because of it, then there was an issue with that.
So from
But
what?
oh,
Alright, let me speak. I'll let you speak. Okay, so what we gathered from that, everyone, is that he saw that he did it, but he still gave him a second chance. Jury, I will let you think about that on if he was in the right about giving him a second chance. I will not judge him for it because I just want the case to go off with the trial and everything like that. So, what were you going to say, prosecutor, Mr. Mojix?
I was gonna ask the defendant another question. Like, weren't you aware that that is a crime?
Yes. But he's also under the legal age, which makes it not really a crime, but it is. It's a crime for people to see it, like it's a crime for a child's
It's a
private
crime to
parts to be posted
distribute it.
online. Yes. But he still can't be charged and go to prison for it. I've already looked up all the legalization around it. Like I said, I found out about this after he was already on the team. It's not like I knew about this and then signed him to the team. He was already on the team for a couple of months before this even came to light.
All right, prosecutor, is that all you want to ask the defendant?
As of now, yes. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, all right. So now we will move on to the defense attorney. Mr. Dez, are you ready to speak on the behalf of your client?
Um, yeah. So are we
All right,
past all that right now? Are we moving on to the other claims?
all right, go ahead.
I would like to bring up the claim of the Palestine isn't a country. Yeah. So I would like to say that my client my client believes in what he believes in, and that should not discriminate anything about him. Would would my client like to further explain himself about that? Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
okay.
So just give me review.
All right, my
I'm sorry.
client will
Yeah.
yeah. So my client will be explaining why he believes in what he believes in, which should not, you know, make him any less of what he is as a person.
Can you please pull up the so-called evidence that is being used?
You didn't say your honor, but I will still pull it up for you. All right, screen share evidence. Here we go. We are on this argument right here. So,
Okay.
what do you want to say about this?
Where does that say Palestine is it a country?
Wait, is that screenshot missing?
I think you're missing that screenshot. Yes,
Hold on,
because
Your Honor.
one
Let
of the
me
screenshot
allow me to provide it real quickly.
should have been provided, but yes, I will give you the opportunity to provide it so he can actually
I can
talk about.
explain these to you if you would like, though.
Yeah, go ahead. You can explain these tweets that we have here. Yeah.
Okay, so that one right there was I am a certified government employee during the poll elections, meaning I legally can run polls for the government and situations, meaning I see a lot of things behind the scenes. So between the two, Kamala and Trump, both of them, in my opinion, are two bads. There's none that are better than the other. There's very slight differences. And I chose Trump over Kamala, not because she is a woman or her color, but simply because of what she believes. And she is very much against Israel, which is what I believe. And there's a lot of other things that come to play that I felt Trump was the better deciding factor in that entire situation. This was just making a list on why and what Trump has done since he has already been in office. So all of these were just facts that happened since Trump got in office. There you go. That was me.
All
There
right,
you
now
go.
explain this screenshot right here.
Yes, the mass deportation of illegal immigrants should be stated. That is a fact. If you're illegally in our country, you should not be in our country. That is just a fact. I know people that are here illegally, and I know people here that are here legally. The ones that are here illegally should not be in our country. They should go back and come across legally. That's just a fact. There's more danger to somebody that won't follow laws and that is here illegally. And you can't say, well, if they're here and they're doing this and that and following the laws, but they're not because you crossed here illegally, which is against the law. So there you go. That's my deciding factor on it. And the
All right,
war
so
with
now,
Ukraine, that's whatever should be
all
ended.
right, so now we have this tweet. We moved on from that. Now we have this tweet.
Yes. October 7th was a blatant terrorist attack. Hamas attacked schools and hospitals full of Israeli children's raided homes, took over 2,000 Israelis on the most sacred day for the Israeli people. It was a planned terrorist attack. This had nothing to do with Israel attacking Palestine. This was a blatant terrorist attack, period, for Palestine trying to make a movement into Israel so they can weaken Israel's defense. And the average Palestinian movement will say, from the land to the sea, Palestine shall be free, meaning they want Israel off the map, meaning they want Israel destroyed. Meanwhile, Palestine, well, Hamas, has taken 2,000 Israeli people and are holding them hostage, some of which have already been killed. Multiple friends of mine have been killed by Palestinian people on October 7th through a terrorist attack. It was no, oh, it's just Israel being, Zionist. That's not what it was. It was a terrorist attack. So, yes, I'm pro Israel. But at the same time, children are dying in Gaza because Hamas hides behind women and children. That is where they keep their weapons and their plan of bases are under schools, under hospitals, because they know they can use the women and children as a scapegoat and human shields. That's already been proven by Israeli forces that's exactly where they're being held. And if there are women and children dying, I'm not for that. Like, I hope you know that I'm not sitting here saying all Palestinians should die or children, women and children that are Palestinians should die. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's literally just the fact of it is a terrorist movement So when people in the U.S. are like, "I'm pro-Palestinian and all Israelis should die," the average Israelite that I know would never say that to a Palestinian, because there are many Israeli
Oh
people
my
that
god.
live outside
Oh
of
my.
Israel that are also getting terrorized because they're Israeli. And I
Oh.
will make a quick statement that the fact that the prosecutor was being very racist by playing a Hail Hitler song because he knew of my Israeli background over a video that he wanted and decided to make
Objection.
about me.
Objection.
So,
Your Honor.
Yep.
yeah.
Granted. Okay.
Yes.
This. I'd like to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody for that song choice. I did not choose that song because he's Jewish.
Objection,
I
objection.
Come on, let him speak. He got it first. You can speak after.
I did not choose that song because he's Jewish. I chose that song because he's a Zionist. There's a difference. Zionists are the new Nazis.
Okay. What makes me a Zionist?
All right, now let your
Can I
lawyer
answer that
talk because you
question?
asked for it.
Yeah,
Can I
please
answer it?
answer that question.
You
What
literally
makes me
said Palestine
Zionist?
isn't a country. You're a Zionist.
Objection, false motive. Off
Can you
topic.
please go back to that? Can you please go back to that thing where I supposedly said
To
Palestine is a movement,
this.
not a country? Yes, I'll stand by that. It is a movement.
So you admit you're a
They're more
Zionist.
pro. There are more pro-Palestinian people in the
That's
U.S.
literally right.
than in the
Chad, he's
actual
retarded. Chad, he's
Palestine.
actuy fucking retarded.
Like
I'm
I
not gonna
said,
lie. I'm
if
so
there are
dead.
people
He's
that
so
in
retarded.
Gaza, women and
He's
children that are
so
dying,
fucking
I'm not for
retarded.
that.
You were talking about Palestine's the country,
So,
but you're not a
but I am
Zionist.
for Israel.
I'm like
Israel
chat,
shouldn't be taken off the map
Like I'm gay as
because
shit,
they
but I
were
like
attacked
women, bro.
first. That
Like
makes
fuck are
no
we talking
sense
about,
to
bro?
me.
What are we talking about?
So, I mean, if that's where you're coming from.
What we talking about?
All right. Enough of back and forth between the defendant and the
Make
prosecutor. We will
sense.
let the defendant's lawyer speak on his behalf about the other evidence.
Can you repeat yourself, Your Honor? Can you repeat yourself, Your Honor?
Nah, there's nothing wrong. You can continue.
That's not what I said. Can you repeat yourself, Your Honor?
I said, can you please speak on the other statements other than the
Okay.
pedophilia for your client?
I would like to bring up the oh I would actually like my client to
Hmm,
come up and actually display what he finds wrong with the evidence in hand.
Right.
You may
Client,
speak on that.
This
You want
gotta
me
be
to just explain
gotta be the
each
worst lawyer of
piece
all time.
by
Start telling
itself?
what's happening.
um just a singular specific piece right now, currently.
Okay, which one? I can't see this
Um
list, so somebody has to screen share it for me.
You can actually see the evidence now.
Okay, which one?
You can go into the
any
channel and see the evidence.
Yeah, which piece of evidence am I defending?
That's what your
defend
client. I mean, that's what your lawyer is asking. Can you choose a piece of evidence you would like to speak on?
any evidence that has
Oh,
already
any?
been, yeah.
Okay, well, I've already defended the first two and the last one, so I guess the last one's supposedly racism and misogyny. So
Oh,
the "you're banned monkey," I've always said monkey for everybody. Like, that is just something I say all the time. Doesn't matter their color. Like I said, I am also Hispanic, Spanish, not
I
Mexican,
gotta do with
Spanish,
anything. Bro, don't piss me off.
Spanish, as some people would say,
Don't piss. Oh my god, don't piss me off.
French,
What the fuck does that have to do with
Irish.
anything?
I'm
What the
basically
fuck?
all of Europe stuffed into one person. So I say monkey not in a racial term, just in general. Like, You're a band monkey. That doesn't mean
Objection.
anything towards somebody's race.
Objection. Objection. False objection. Client, can you explain for the court the the e-girl account?
What e-girl account?
If
The
you would
account
want me to
you
go,
claim to sold. The one you
Huh?
said you sold. The one you said you sold the account.
Yeah, what
The,
do you
the,
want me to
the
say about it? I sold it.
can you explain it to them?
Yeah, I guess. So basically, the old PMG account that I had, once PMG was out of business, I left. I like just left it, never used it, and then I was like, I might as well sell it and make money because it had like 500 followers on it, and then I sold it to some e-girl, and she wanted to make it her own little thing. So I don't know what that has to do with any of this. Sold it for $10. What does that have to do with anything?
Can you also explain the no name e-girls tweet?
The what?
No no name e-girls. You had support supposedly had tweeted how a bunch of
Can't see
e-girls
that
are
stuff.
just no names. It should
What?
here, hold on. Okay. It's
I'm just not seeing any of that on here.
what is that at?
Hmm?
I'm trying to find it right now. There's a lot of them.
actually, it is D1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fifth screenshot under racism
Oh,
and
it's the
misogyny.
second last one. Posted 5:45 p.m. my time. Racism under it's under racism and misogyny. It's the fifth screenshot.
Oh, yeah. That was because there were multiple no-name girls that were joining like comp scenes and just instantly getting tier 1 pros because they were girls. And I had been in multiple calls with these so-called pros, and anytime that there's a girl in there, they all freak out because they never talked to a girl. And they'd be willing to
Ironic.
throw everything away just to play with them for a
Ironic.
tournament. And I know that for a
Ironic.
fact because multiple pros have done that. And I've been in calls where they're like, "Oh, it's a girl," and they say crazy stuff about him, like, "Oh yeah, I'd tap that, I'd do it," like, dude, just crazy stuff. So yeah, there are a lot of pros that just play with girls because they're a girl, not based on skill level or anything. What I was just saying was based on that post, there were multiple girls that actually try and put work to try and like get good at female comp, and they'd never get a shot to actually be good. Because I was helping multiple girls try and get better players, and they couldn't get anybody. But girls that had never played female comp before and it was their first tournament could get tier 1 pros. That's what I was saying.
Okay,
That
so
wasn't that wasn't for me.
can,
That
can
wasn't
I
me
please
saying
can
girls
I
can't play
please
with tier 1
speak? The
pros.
judge is trying to speak, sir.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, you can.
so let me ask you this. So did you tweet that out of jealousy? Are you speaking out on something that needs to be taken action upon? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah,
I'm
that
trying
was
to
on
figure.
behalf of the girls. That wasn't on behalf of me. That wasn't like me saying I'm mad at girls because I can't play with tier 1 pros.
Okay,
That was on
noted.
behalf of the girls that I had helped that couldn't get pro teammates and we're trying to find them.
Your Honor, now with this
But then
information
midway
at
through a
hand, I
tournament,
would like to declaim the misogynistic tweets because now I feel like that has been debunked fully, and I also do feel like
you want me to go on about the Andrew Tate stuff?
oh
Hold
oh
on. Let me
Or
answer,
like
lawyer.
any
We hold
yeah.
on. Can I? All right. So, Mr.
Yeah,
Dez, we
yeah.
will let that up to the jury. I will not speak on that, on how I feel about it. We will let the jury speak. Now you asked, do you want me to let you speak on the Andrew Tate? Yes, I do. You can start now.
Okay. Andrew Tate stuff. Andrew Tate was also one of my coaches when I was first trying to get out of situations that I was in. He helped me with actually a lot of stuff. And I actually talked to him personally on a lot of things. and a lot of his stuff had been taken out, like the whole prison and stuff. Like he's gotten out every time. None of those accusations were ever proven. He's been under prosecution many of times, and none of that has ever came up to light. The same thing's happened to Trump. Trump's been accused multiple times, and every court case has been passed, and it's all false. So that's what I was saying. This person was coming at me because the whole Andrew Tate thing. There are things that he says that I do not agree with.
Oh my god.
But people say he's misogynistic, but like women should be taken care of. They should be, men should be protectors in the home. That is basic things.
Oh.
And if you're religious or you believe in the Bible, that's gonna be the beliefs that you have. So, and he helped me make a lot of improvements on my life that actually helped me in the long run. So, I don't know how that's misogynistic. That I took some of the good things that he said. He said things that I don't agree with. I will say that. But there are a lot of things that he's helped out a lot of boys in my life.
All right. So let me ask you this. So is it right that that was your coach when you got out of a relationship that took a toll on
What does that mean?
you? You said that was your coach. That was your
He helped
life.
me with a lot of life things.
Okay,
Not my
so
life coach.
Your coach is a
It
rapist.
wasn't because of a girl. It was because I needed to make money. And I needed to figure out how to make money, and I needed to grow up, and I needed to figure out a lot of life-changing stuff that I couldn't figure out on my own.
all right. So with that being said, with his views on him speaking on women, men, do you fully agree with that?
No, like I said, there's a lot of things that he says that I don't agree with. But
Okay.
men should be protectors of women. I'm not saying women can't do anything. Women can do a ton of things that guys can't.
Sir, I didn't accuse you that you could just left it at you just don't fully agree with his beliefs on that. But so
But
the
I am saying that he
money
does help a lot of people.
you said
Like,
that
if that makes sense. A lot of his teachings have helped a lot of young men become men and stop being in this kiddish point.
okay. All right.
I'm not
All right.
saying that a lot of his beliefs is what I believe, but I am
All
saying
right.
that he does help with that.
Okay, but all right. So let me. All right. Before this is my last question, and after this, after your answer, we're moving on. So since you said that he helps a lot of people, you specifically said that he helps you make money and grow up from being a man. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. That's it. All right. So now we will move back to the prosecutor on his rebuttals on what he doesn't tuck in right now. So let's get that in session immediately.
Well, like, Your Honor, what more can I say, man? Had everyone sit through a load of horse shit, he just basically just admitted to his goat just being a rapist type shit. And also, I wanted to talk about, like, earlier when we were talking about
Objection, speculation. I never
racism.
said that.
Hold on.
Nah,
Anyway.
I never said that he was a rapist. I said that he wasn't, and that nothing. He just said that
But
my
he is,
coach.
though.
That I said that my coach.
That's your man's, bro. They got your man's. He locked, bro. He locked. Ain't nothing you could do about it, bro. That's your goat. That's your idol. That's what you look up to, and that's what you follow suit through, bro.
Objection, Your Honor. Off topic.
It's just complete speculation, bro. Like what?
Speculation.
All right. So,
Was he not charged? Is this speculation, bro? I'm so confused. Anyway, what I was about to say, Your Honor.
Objection, Your Honor. Off topic. Off topic.
This is not off topic.
overstood.
Your Honor. Again, I was going to bring up the fact that he brought up that he was like a quarter Hispanic or some shit when we're talking about racism towards black people. Like, what is the relevancy there? How does that make any sense?
Azax, if you would like to answer that. What is the relevancy?
If somebody wants to say that I'm racist because I'm white, but I'm not completely white, that's just what I'm saying. You're trying to make it seem like I'm a racist.
Objection.
My skin's white.
Granted.
Who's Oh, like that was just not what was said. You're trying to flip this whole thing, like you're putting words in people's mouths. Like that's not what was said. Like, Your Honor, I'm so confused. This is defamation.
I was just stating my background because you were saying that I was racist for saying a monkey
But
when I
what
wasn't a
does
racist.
no? But what does your background have to do with that statement?
Because
Because what?
I'm just saying my background. What does that have to do with anything?
He's
Where you know where I'm coming
retarded.
from.
He's
And
retarded. Oh
also,
my god.
this term monkey isn't a
Fucking
racist
retarded.
term. You can say it's a racist term, but
The way
like
you used
that's
it,
not
it was
obviously how we would
derogatory.
use. That was not a
The
derogatory thing,
way
bro.
it was phrased, it was derogatory.
It just wasn't, bro. I say
Okay.
monkey all the time. I call my sisters monkeys. I call my brother-in-laws monkeys. I call my dad a monkey. I call my mom a monkey. I call my best friends a monkey. I call my Mexican friend a monkey. Every different color I call monkeys, bro.
All
Everybody's a monkey, bro. It's like a
I'm
funny
cutting
term
you
for
off.
me,
You're
bro.
okay. This is very unpro and very off topic as you have let him reach you to the point of you being mad. Can we please stop saying that? All right. So now, since we got the prosecutor's rebuttal, we will go to the defenders.
Take your time with it.
Hold on,
Take
chat, I gotta
your
breathe.
time with it. Suck your mother with it.
We will
Come on, bro.
go to.
He out of here, bro. He out of here. He out
We
of here.
will
He
go
packed. He
for
packed. He's
the
done for.
defendant.
He's done for, bro. He's done
Oh,
for.
Mr. Dez,
He's
what would you like to
fried.
say about what his
He's
rebuttal?
fried. He's fried.
Get
He's
into the
fried.
Um,
He's fried.
for,
Fuck is that
before we get into the
rebuttal?
conclusion, I would just like to I would just like to target one more thing real quick. In the evidence files that you guys have, it says AZAC's GG's getting angered by the acknowledgement of Donald J. Trump's well-documented past of sexual assault. Well,
You better tread
may
carefully.
my client come
You
forward
better
and
tread
speak
carefully.
about that argument?
He may.
Speak about what?
The accusation of you getting angered by the acknowledgement of Donald J. Trump's well-documented past of sexual assault.
The fact that it wasn't ever proven false. The fact that he was taken to court and not put in prison. The fact that he won the court case. Those facts. The facts that multiple people that
Objection.
are in high power, that are
Objection.
men, always get
Granted,
accused of rape.
granted.
He was found liable for sexual
That's just what
assault,
I'm
so
saying.
his claims are false. He was found liable.
In what court case?
You may answer that.
It's what the name of it. Right here. It's free. You want me to share the screen?
You
That
may
was
share your screen.
2023.
Let me see. Your screen sharing is not sharing, bro.
Hold on.
All right, we have the screen share here. Can the prosecutors please scroll if you need to, do anything you need to get your point across on him saying the sexual what Donald J. Trump had going on is true and not false.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Your Honor?
I'm saying you can scroll, click on whatever you need to click on within this site to prove that
I mean, it's
Donald J.
right.
Trump.
It's right in front of everyone's eyes, to be honest. There's
All right, we can
nothing more
read
for
this. A
me
New
to
York
say.
jury found Donald Trump liable for sexual abuse and comments. The nine jurors for a few hours and another $5 million on account of disgrace, his lawyers, and he will appeal. All right. So, with this being said, to tell the whole courtroom and chat, he did an appeal. He found liable of it, and they just granted him bail. And now we have our president here that is liable of sexual assault in office. That's what I wanted to say. All right. So, do we need to keep talking about Mr. Trump?
I rest
My
my
fucking
case.
ass hurts, bro.
All
Love you.
right. So I don't know what happened, but that's all. That you wanted to be discussed,
Yeah,
Mr. Depp?
Your Honor. Um, Client, do you feel like we sort of covered everything? Or is there one thing do you want to explain before we get to our in conclusion? Client, client.
Oh, me?
Yeah, do you want is there one thing that you feel like you should explain before we get to our in conclusion?
I mean, it's whatever, bro. This trial was already. It's already seems like you guys already have your minds made up. But like
Um,
I said this in the beginning that I don't agree with everything that Trump has said or did. I just believe that there's certain things that he stands on that I agree with. If he wasn't our Trump, if he wasn't our president, then that's that. I'm not a diehard Trump fan. I'm not sitting there like I voted Trump and Trump's the only best president. That's never what I've said. I said that at the very beginning of this entire trial. So take that as you may. But
Okay.
I've pretty much
I will
said
ask you a
everything.
question before we end this off and go to the jury to see what we decide. Are you able to vote for this election that just happened? Are you able to vote?
No.
All right. That's it. That's all I wanted to know. All right.
um,
As
I'll,
But I was a government employee and I did work the
all
polls.
right, but
So
I didn't ask you that. We heard that, but were you able to vote within this election?
no.
All right, that's it. All right, so Mr. Des, what would you like to say before we
I
go to
would
the
like
jury?
to say within this trial that my client here has debunked all claims against him. He has
Cap,
debunked the
cap,
pedo allegations,
cap,
plus the
cap.
defending the pedo allegations. Your Honor, like deal with that bitch. I mean,
Oh, oh,
he has
oh,
also
oh,
debunked the
Hey,
oh.
you can't
diehard.
say that. You can't say
I
that.
say
Come on,
I say
let's no,
let's
come on.
he has debunked the diehard Trump fan slash supporter allegation.
Cap.
He debunked the Zionist claims. He's just a believer in his truth, in his own specialized truth.
Objection.
Uh,
And
it's
Like,
I feel like
do we need to bring up the definition
he
of a
also
Zionist or something? Like, I'm so confused. Like,
objection.
overstood. So can you please bring up the definition of a Zionist? A
gladly,
screen
Your
share
Honor.
for everybody. All right. We have the screen share. Everybody, you may join. It says this. So a Zionist is someone who advocates for the independent Jew state where Jews can live safely. Many religious Jews, Israel is the promised land, but many non-religious Jews to value the fact that there is a country where Jews can live in freedom and safety. Also, it's a belief that Jews constitute a nation and have moral and historic right and need for self-determination in Palestine. This belief developed out of the experiences of Europe, which the earliest Zionists believed demonstrated the danger inherent to their status as
What is
a
bad
minority.
about any of that? What is bad about any of that, bro? A Jewish state
Uh,
where Jews can live in
all right, all
safety.
right. All
What
right,
is
all
bad
right,
about that,
all
bro?
right, all right, all right.
That's not the
I
point.
don't know why you're cutting me off, but in the thing that I just read, it says, and have a moral and historical right and need for self-determination in Palestine, which you did state in that tweet. If you would like me to pull it up, if you're going to say no, but I think it's time to go to the jury as both the prosecutor and defendants have had their claims, rebuttals, and their conclusion, and we'll go to the jury. All right, chat, run the poll, man. Jury, what do we have to say about what happened?
May a person from the jury, once decided of their decision, come up and
Who's
represent their
going
choice.
first?
Um, Anybody can go first, actually, in the jury. Um, Monty, you
Give
pled
me 1
him.
minute. 1 minute.
Oh my God! All right, so Zerks, are you ready to plead him guilty or not guilty?
So I
Just,
think
just say the word. Just say a word. Just say guilty or not guilty. If you need time, that's all right.
I need a little bit of time, real quick. Just yeah.
All right, bet. Christian, do you
Mhm.
plead exacts guilty or not guilty, or do you need more time?
Guilty.
All right. Daya, if you're here, if you were listening, do you plead Mr. Azaz guilty or not guilty?
I wasn't here.
All right, so that doesn't count. Jeez. All right, so we will. Oh, Zerch, you unmuted your
Uh,
mic. So, oh, all right, Monty.
I'm ready.
All right, so do you plead him guilty or not guilty?
Let him half and half. I agree with some of the things he said, and I also disagree on some
It don't
stuff.
work like that.
They don't work like that. Like,
Yeah, you gotta choose guilty or not guilty.
you, is she
Like, can I
retarded?
choose what he's guilty on and what he is innocent on?
That's not.
Okay,
'Cause
That's
it's
how
like
shit
many
works, bro.
different
so
claims.
th-
She's
what
retarded.
I can say is for the charges that we have, you can say guilty on that.
Okay, can you claim it?
All right,
Can you
so
name the
all right,
charges one by one?
first charge. He is a Zionist. Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. Next.
He is a racist. Guilty or not guilty?
Half and half, but guilty.
All right, misogynist.
Guilty.
All right, that's all I need to know.
And wait,
Zerk.
there's more claims.
Oh, there's more claims. I think I just fully wrapped it up, but if
No,
I'm
no, the fuck
mistaken,
you did.
let's go to the evidence. All right, racism, misogyny. Oh
Can we
yeah,
have some decorum in this court,
pedophile.
Your Honor?
All right.
Yes, can his lawyer please mute up? Thank you.
Oh. All right.
Okay,
All right.
can
So
somebody read me
we
the
had.
charges?
I said pedophile. Is he guilty or not guilty?
I'll say not guilty on that one.
All right. Defending Trump of being sexual assault, aka being a defendant of sexual assault.
Guilty.
All right. Yep. That's all the claims.
Thank you.
So Zerks, are you ready to state guilty or
Yep,
not guilty?
I think I am. I just want to I would just like to say before I do say anything. I really did take all this in consideration. I don't really know Azax like y'all do, so like I'm really like not biased at all. And I really took it what both of the defendant and the
Oh
what I'm
my
saying
god.
the client really what they had to say. And I'm really invested in this case, so I'm so glad that I was able to do this today. And okay, Jalen, if you could, I mean, Jerry, if
Your
you could,
Honor.
like,
Yo,
Your Honor,
Zerks,
Your Honor, Your
Zerks,
Honor, Your
Zerks,
Honor,
Zerks,
Your
I
Honor.
literally asked you Is he guilty or not guilty? Can you say what in other words?
Your Honor, can you please read out what you did for my other
All right,
Oh my.
all right, I will. Pedophile.
not guilty.
All right, misogynist.
Guilty.
Racist. He's a racist. Guilty or
Not
not
guilty.
guilty? All right. What's the other? All right. So we have being a
Excuse
defendant
me, Your
of
Honor. You are missing
sexual.
a charge. It was defending a pedophile, not really being one
Oh,
himself.
um. Well, that does play into the same part. So,
Mhm.
defending a pedophile, is it guilty or not guilty?
Defending a pedophile.
Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna put. I don't think he was, so I'm gonna put not guilty.
not guilty. Okay.
Yes.
Defendant for sexual assault. You said guilty or not guilty. I didn't hear that part. Repeat.
Say it one more time, please.
Being a defendant of sexual assault.
Guilty.
All right. Being a Zionist.
Rizzo, this shit crazy, bro.
Guilty.
Mmm. Like the
All right.
definition's right there, bro. Like he trying to act dumb and shit, bro. The
I will
definition's
take
there.
2 minutes to tell everybody his sentence, and I'll be back. Can you get your client back in the car? All right, he is.
Des lawyer, I have a question. Why are you smiling like that?
And
Why are
what's
you
it to you?
smiling?
I
Why
can't
are you
smile.
smiling and your client is about to be prosecuted? I don't think anything is
I
funny right now.
I'm not laughing, I'm crying. Um, how would you
I
know
would really
based on
like
my
to say that I
emotions?
agree
Can you
with
tell my
Maya.
emotions?
Like he could really go away for the rest of his life. This is not a time for jokes.
And this is his lawyer
Yo,
right here.
okay, first
Yeah.
of all,
That
I
is
want to say
crazy.
made the jury be quiet, made the jury be quiet because they have no decision whatever. They have no decision currently right now as the
The
judge
judge is
is
not
currently
here right
deciding.
now, so
But
we are free to speak. The
This
judge
is
is
just
not
the
here.
public. This is the public.
if we
It's a
being for
universal
real, you
use.
did not have no rights, bro. Come on, bro. I'm talking about the little boy. The little
This
boy
is
does not have
not
no rights.
a professional
This is not the
lawyer
time.
right here.
This is not a
I would
professional
not want
matter
this
right
to be
now
a
for you to
lawyer.
be inside this courtroom and disrespect the people on trial right
This
now.
was my
This is
lawyer.
disgusting
I'd be
behavior.
so sad.
Yeah.
But
I'm not.
I'm
I
not
He
would.
your
not
I'm
being
lawyer.
in
not.
the case. Yo, I don't
Well,
see the
I would not
vote.
say his name, but yeah, you need a new lawyer, bro.
The fuck out this call, nigga. Damn. Nigga fucking talk
Oh,
too much.
yo.
Yo, this nigga don't fucking shut up.
I have
Did you say the
returned.
hard R? What the hell?
No, no.
I have returned.
No.
So we will run a poll
I
in
don't see a
all of
poll.
the. We will run the poll in all of the chats because it does not work in share chat for some reason. Just put what does he put as the question? Put guilty or not guilty for the responses, and we'll be back once those are answered.
I think I did really good. Um, Azax, I think you finna survive this. We did good. Whoever just laughed in their mic right now, may you please come up to the stand.
It was I.
And why did you laugh?
Because if this was my lawyer, I would K
You would?
myself.
You
Yo,
know,
yo,
we
yo,
should
do y'all
really
not
just
listen
like
or what? I said, can y'all
I'm
run a
starting the
poll in our
poll.
own chat?
I'm starting the poll.
Oh, fucking god.
She's so lazy, bro.
If you're in my chat, vote up. Is he guilty or not guilty?
That's a Your Honor, you're muted.
Oh yes, I know. I'm getting the sentence together. Don't worry, because I think we already have our results. All right, everyone in the court, we are ready to say his sentence. All right, Ajax,
Your Honor,
your
the
sentence
defendant
is.
is missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where can you get your client in the fucking call, my nigga? Why does he keep leaving? Why does he keep fucking leaving, my nigga? Can you get him in the call?
We good, brother? Have fun for real.
Said he was guilty. He said
Um,
he was guilty himself. So, Chad, I will read his sentence out. We will not wait for him. All right. So, Ajax will receive a restraining order from Monty, Blake, and Dyer 1 feet. He is permanently banned from the court. He receives a ban from all chats from 6 months to perma. And he's a confirmed Zionist. Court in session. It's over. My nigga, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's
Yeah.
over. It's over. It's over.
What the fuck? Unmute me, please. Zerx wants to get unmuted.
What you talking about, bro? What you talking about, bro? Get him out. He gone. He gone, bro. He fucking gone, bro. He ain't coming back. What you talking about, bro?
No,
What you
man.
talking about? We're 10 toes down, bro. We'll never lose in that case.
Oh, I almost won it. I actually almost won it. See, I'm a good lawyer. It's just not even my fault I lost
Yeah.
it. It's just the odds were
Yo,
against me.
it's
And you
just
know, it's
okay.
I'm
okay.
He's literally
unbeatable.
making a run for it.
I'm unbreakable.
Then you got pulled out that case, bro. What are you
I
talking
don't
about?
like that
Versus me
motherfucker in my ear.
talking about, bro. Nigga, you got blown out, nigga. He wipes your life.
Yo, shut the- that's my BAU, bro.
Man, why I get kicked?
It's not my fault. I just understand it's not my fault and there's really just nothing I could do there. And
I mean, look at the
and
chat,
it's
by the
okay.
way. On the
I'll try
Discord.
harder.
He said, I don't know how any of that relates to me supposedly being racist or misogynistic.
He can hold that, bro. That's what I'm gonna say. Hold that, bro.
Hey, the chat
Hold that.
spoke. Only 2 people said he wasn't guilty, man. Everybody else said guilty. I don't know what to say. It's just you let the jury talk, you let the chat talk. It's just what it is, bro. Like, yeah.
I would
I
like to
don't
say
know.
congratulations to Emoji right here. Yo, don't mind me. You know what I'm saying? I may have messed it up the first time I tried to say it. Don't hold that shit on me, please. Congratulations, Emoji. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Okay,
stop,
y'all is
stop.
taking that shit to the street, bro. Calm down.
Oh my god.
I
On
fuck with y'all.
behalf of the Camp Cod District Attorney, I do thank you. Man.